Victor Rollo Jr. for RolloWines.com with the Professor Anthony Verdoni. And right here in front of us, we have some antipasto. We're going to get some pasta because with a little meat and broccoli rabe and sausage. But we have two really different wines, one from way up north, the northwest, and one from the north, kind of northeast, I would say. So they're both from northern Italy, both red wines. And the first one we're going to taste is called Turlan. It's a Lagrein Reserva, and it's a 2006 vintage. The second red wine that we're going to taste is from Paolo Scavino, and it's a Barbera, and it's from Piemonte, of course. And we all know Paolo Scavino, one of the great names in Piemonte. Yeah. And I think that when you buy one of his wines, you know automatically that there's quality in the bottle. So the quality is there. Now it depends what you're looking for in flavor profile, what you're looking for in a wine. And I think this is an excellent Barbera.
I think so too. It's a different kind of Barbera. I mean, the Barberas that have become very chic in Italy now are, I almost call them steroid Barberas. They're barrique-aged, they're big, they're rich, they're alternatives to Barolo. This wine is not. This wine is cold fermented stainless steel, real Barbera fruit. And it's just a pleasure to taste this wine. I think you'll demand a second glass, even a third glass of this wine. It's so delicious.
Right, and if we were in Piemonte, they don't drink Barolo, they don't drink Nebbiolo. What do they drink?
Barbera Dolcetto.
Right, and they like them like this because they like them fresh, they like them crisp, a lot of fruit, and this really shows that. And I think, again, exceptional value, exceptional wine, and that's really what we kind of key on. Great producers or little producers that produce exceptional quality and make great wines, and that's what we try to bring to our people.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty boring and predictable because we look for high-profile producers, really great producers. We try to catch them at the end of a vintage,
right,
especially if the vintage is good. You know, when they have new wine to sell, they have to get rid of the old wine, even if it's better than the wine they're about to sell. So we try to catch them at the end of the vintage. Great producers and the value-oriented wines for those producers.
Right, and we always have to remember, because we try to catch the end of a vintage or when supplies are running out, that we always set what we have is limited quantities. So if you like the wine and you think you're going to like it, you should buy it now because it doesn't last forever. And we won't have this wine again until the next vintage, and if the same situation arises. So we're out there every day trying to find value for our customers. And how do we find that? Through exceptional quality, exceptional producers, and we try to find something where we can get a discount to give it to our customers.
Well, there is a missing ingredient. What foods will these wines go with?
Well, I think, you know, I love pasta, so I thought a little pasta with meat. So I had the chef make a little pasta with broccoli rabe and sausage, and we'll see how these two wines fare with that pasta dish. So we'll be right back, and we'll have a little pasta. You can finish your prosciutto, because that's nice.
Yeah.
Our good friend, Fratelli Galoni, not Antonio Galoni, is here with us. So Rollo Wines, we'll be right back. Okay, homemade spaghetti, broccoli rabe, and sausage. Take a look at that. Look at that. Let me show the camera that. Yum, yum, yum. And you know what the best part about this is? If you go to our website, you'll see I did a recipe for this, and you can make this at home for your family. Okay? But if you don't want to make it home for your family, you can listen to Tony and I, and we're going to tell you about these two wines and how they pair really great with this food. Now this Paolo Scavino, we'll take a little sip. Also a food wine.
I was a little ahead of you there with the sip and with more of the pasta dish. I think it just goes well. The explosive, dry aspect of the wine, the fruitiness, the Barbera, which is loaded with flavors of cherries and wild berries from the forest. It just goes very well with this combination. And, you know, you have to remember about Paolo Scavino, this is a legendary producer. You know, Turlan is one of the finest wineries in Italy.
Right.
But Scavino is like an icon.
Right.
You know, so when you talk about his Barolos, Brico del Fiasco, some of the other wines that are out there, they're $150, $200 a bottle. So, I mean, to be able to get a Barbera made by Scavino at under $20 a bottle, I think is a real find for people.
Right, and
Very, very good.
And they always say about Scavino wines is that they're much better than the category. Like if you drink a Scavino Dolcetto or Barbera or Nebbiolo, they drink much better than the category of wines because they're made in the same facilities as the Barolos. They're aged in the same barrels, in the same fermentation, in the same, same winemaker. So you have all this quality, the same hands touching it. So with that said, they produce very high quality wines, and I don't think you can go wrong with that Barbera.
No. You can't go wrong. You can go right. You can go right with this.
Right.
It's really a terrific wine.
And that Barbera, $14.99 a bottle. Again, buy 12 bottles or more, you get the 5% discount. Total bargain. We'll ship it anywhere in the country that we're allowed to ship to. There's a few states that we're not. It's on our website. If you like any of these wines, just click on the website, buy it now, we'll send them to you.
I just wanted to emphasize that these two wines are wines you could age. I would drink the Barbera Young. It's a 2007 vintage, which was a very good vintage to follow the legendary 2006. I think this is a joyful, buoyant wine to enjoy young, but it will age. So you don't have to worry about buying the quantity and it's going to oxidize on you. It's not going to happen.
I understand that you're off on a little trip after we're done taping here today.
Little sojourn, yeah. Going to be in this area, and I'll drink my Lagrange with speck up there instead of prosciutto. We'll drink some speck around the town of Trento. Be up there.
Does everyone know what speck is? Speck is prosciutto that's smoked. It's a little drier, and you see the large slices in the prosciutto here. It shrinks down a bit when they smoke it and dry it. And it's a little harder, but it's got a very salty, smoky kind of flavor. And Speck from Alto Adige with their wines is, I mean, they serve more Speck than prosciutto up there.
Yeah, that's traditional in that area, the South Tyrol or Alto Adige. So I'll be there. I'll be near Lake Garda. I'll be in the Sirmione area where Lugano comes from, and not far from where Valpolicella and Amarone come from.
In early May, I did a Giro di Bicicletta, which is a bike ride through Italy. And it sounds like you're doing a Giro del Vino, a wine ride through Italy.
Giro della Forchetta. Also, I'm going to bring my fork with me. So we'll eat some food, because Italian wines are great with food. Right. That's the thing. They may not overpower you, but boy, they go great with whatever you cook.
Right, and I think historically Italian wines and food go together, and it's part of the culture, and nowhere in the world do you get that blend when you eat a bowl of pasta or some antipasti with a wine, that they really balance out, because Italian wines tend to be a little bit more acidic, maybe a little bit more tannic, and all of those characteristics really balance off with food. Sometimes you say it's like a beautiful piece of fish and you squeeze the lemon on it. You know, it balances the fat in the fish. And these wines kind of balance out with the food. And, you know, wherever you go in Italy, each region, they have their own little distinctive cuisine, their own little distinctive food things that really go great with the wine.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do want our customers to know that when Mr. Rollo and I go to Italy, we're making this sacrifice for our customers so that we can bring them wines that maybe they've never heard of that are really good wines.
It's a hard job, but someone's got to do it. Cheers.
Okay.
Buon viaggio.
Grazie.